Concord is the gift that just keeps on giving, the dumpster fire that refuses to go out, the insane amount of money that has been lost by Sony investing in FireWalk Studios' new game that was supposedly the next Star Wars when it comes to entertainment has been such a complete catastrophe that we are just beginning to scratch the surface with just how bad it gets. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. And the latest information, shout out Kyle on Twitter for tagging me in the end credits. And I know, you hear that, and you're just like, oh, this can't be that entertaining of a video. It's talking about the end credits of a game. No one watches the end credits of a game. Why should I care about it? Trust me, you're going to want to stick around for this one because it's actually unintentionally hysterical. I had to search out for myself and find the end credits on YouTube. Someone took the time to upload the entire file of over 36 minutes of credits, okay? 36 minutes. Now, you might hear that and be like, oh yeah, there's a lot of people working on games these days and credits can start running long. 36 minutes. And on top of that, the player can congratulate the developers for what a fantastic job they did on this absolute disaster.
Woo! Yeah!
JT. Hit that subscribe, give me a like, and check out SmashJT.com for the full article breaking down the end credits of Concord and just how unintentionally hysterical they really are. In what might be the most head-scratching moment in gaming history, Concord, the game, has already cemented itself as one of, if not the biggest failures ever, has yet another mind-boggling twist. And I swear, it never ends with this game. Despite being widely regarded as a catastrophic failure both critically and financially, the game's developer, FireWalk Studios, decided to put what feels like more effort into the end credits than the actual game itself. And the end result is an utterly ridiculous 36-minute-long self-congratulatory spectacle. Now, I hear people spreading rumors that it's over an hour and 12 minutes, like the credits just keep going on forever, and I can see where that's coming from. Somebody uploaded the entirety of the credits and then put it at half speed. I actually brought them both up and compared the two and noticed exactly what happened. So yes, it is very long, but it's not as long as the hour and 12 minutes that I would love to claim it was, because that would be even more ridiculous. But still, 36 minutes? You've got to be kidding me. On Twitter, Kyle posted, in the hour-long credits for the Concord flop, there is an option to cheer and celebrate the developers. Talentless freaks, weirdos, projection developers, thank you. He's saying talentless freaks because that, if you might recall, was one of the developers calling gamers talentless freaks and was calling them out on Twitter because the game was flopping so hard and they didn't know how to deal with it. Considering how much of a train wreck the game was, and even saying that is an understatement, it's really hard to wrap your mind around why the end credits would even last this long in the first place. And this is coming from me, someone who's worked in the game industry and has my name in the end credits of Sony games. And I'm looking at this like, no, end credits coming from someone who used to work in the industry? That is unheard of. End credits of games should last no more than maybe 3, 4, if you want to really push it, 5 or 6 minutes. 36 minutes? You're adding a half an hour on top of that? You've got to be kidding me. And then going through these end credits and them trying to self-congratulatory pat themselves on the back by giving you, the player, an option to press a button and congratulate them for what a bang-up job they really did on this game. And when you listen to what they say and how the cheers go, you're going to roll your eyes so far back that you're going to see the front of your brain.
Yeah! Hot stuff. This takes me back to my wild days. Bang, bang, bang! Yeah, buddy! Uh-huh. My crew enjoys this very much. Woo! Yeah! Oh, I
I think I am having fun.
The cheers are unbelievably cringy, cheesy, ridiculously fake enthusiasm by these voice actors to congratulate these developers. And man, there's a lot of quotes when it comes to this kind of game. It's as though they tried to manufacture some sort of sense of accomplishment where none of it even exists. They, again, put the cart before the horse, thinking that just because they put this game out, that everyone was just going to embrace it and they were going to make so much money for it because it's a game that they put out, and they were so used to everyone telling them how great they were, and they would not listen to anyone say, hey, no one wants this. They called it white noise. They didn't want to listen to any critics because the critics were the bad, evil people. You know, the gamers telling them what they want in a game. Those are the people they didn't want to listen to. And they just thought, hey, everyone in our echo chamber is telling us this game's fantastic. And we can't wait to surprise all the gamers with just how good it is. And boy, were the gamers surprised. Oh, and even our good friend, the Professor, Professor Brown, makes an appearance. And instead of going by her real name, Lisa Brown, she decides to continue to gaslight everyone into thinking her fake professor title is real by calling herself Prof. Brown in the end credits. And when I saw that scrolling through, I had to laugh. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. It was bad enough when I covered this in a previous video that this person was forcing everyone in the office to call her Professor. And if you did not call her that, then you were gonna be in trouble with HR. And that was the environment, the toxic positivity situation that FireWalk Studios was engulfed in. No pun intended. But now, on the masses, putting it out there as, in the end credits, the name they want to go by. And I guess, to be fair, it's probably a good idea for everyone to go under a pseudonym when they're working for FireWalk Studios, because after Concord releases, they are basically unemployable in the game industry. The game that cost Sony a rumored $400 million is also the one where the development team felt so entitled that they created what could only be described as a victory lap in the end credits. At the end of a catastrophic failure of a quote-unquote game, and keep in mind, this rumored figure does not include Sony's acquisition fees of buying FireWalk Studios from Probably Monsters. So while these developers were busy patting themselves on the back for what a great job they did, the game itself was barely in a playable state, getting pushed out the door after hiring external sources and companies to assist them to get it to an MVP status, finally getting the game out there, and all the while, the developers at FireWalk were like, man, we're pretty amazing. We're gonna own the chuds with this game with pronouns on robots and giving them the ugliest character models that they've ever seen in their life and charging them $40 for an experience that's free everywhere else. What makes this all even more shocking is the sheer disconnect from reality in the studio. Instead of focusing on building a better game, FireWalk decided that it was far more important to give themselves what approaches up to an hour-long pat on the back. It's almost poetic how emblematic this is of the entire Concord fiasco. A project that completely missed the mark, but to them didn't matter in their own echo chamber. They wanted to pretend that everything was hunky-dory and fine, and that the gamers that weren't embracing it were the problem. How's that always work out for you? As it stands, Concord's colossal failure will go down in gaming history, and this ridiculous end credits fiasco is just the cherry on top. It's one thing to fail spectacularly, like Cyberpunk 2077, for example, had at least a path to redemption, but it's another thing entirely to crash and burn while cheering yourself on. It's the ultimate everyone gets a trophy moment, and this is the result of making everyone a winner. They feel like they can do no wrong, and then reality slaps them so hard in the face that it causes their entire world to crash down. FireWalk Studios' time is running out, and I've mentioned this a few times. I'm even personally shocked as I'm recording this that as of right now, they're all still employed there. Who knows what they're doing when they go into work every day? I mean, this is the weekend when I'm recording this, so I don't think they have much time left. As far as what it looks like right now, the Sony higher-up executives are looking at the situation and probably determining how to best move forward. If it's cutting FireWalk Studios and just destroying it, gutting it altogether as a tax write-off, or trying to maybe push some of these people in different areas and try to make what they can out of this. But at the end of the day, they've lost so much money, taken such a massive hit, and Concord has literally nothing to show for the 8+ years, $400+ million put into what ended up being a complete, epic gaming disaster. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. If you guys want more information, check out smashjt.com for the full article. Again, shout out to Kyle for giving me the heads up on this situation. If you appreciate what I'm doing, hit that join button. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, you stay smashing. Woo! Smash JT. Smash JT. Smash JT. Smash JT. Smash JT.